Yes.
Tell me about it.
Elvis was very shy when I first met him. When I first met him,
Was it Sun Studio?
Stupid fingers, they just won't work.
Really? You can't do it?
I can't seem to sing and play at the same time. Not.
He was the king of the blues, a legend who turned pain into poetry and strings into soul. His guitar, Lucille, didn't just sing, it wept, it roared, it lived. But behind the spotlight, the story of B.B. King's final days is filled with mystery, emotion, and heartbreak. Today, we're going inside his private world, his home, his fortune, and the tragic ending that left fans around the world in mourning. Behind the velvet suits and endless touring was a man worn by age, surrounded by questions. Legal battles, family feuds, and allegations of foul play swirled in the days after his death. What really happened in those final moments? Who controlled his legacy, and who may have tried to take it? He gave the world the blues, but did the world give him peace in return? In this deep dive, we peel back the curtain on the life, legacy, and final chapter of a man who played like a god, and passed like a ghost. Who was B.B. King? Born Riley B. King on a Mississippi plantation in 1925, B.B. King's journey from cotton fields to concert halls is nothing short of extraordinary. He picked up his first guitar at age 12, and never put it down. Known for his expressive voice and his beloved guitar, Lucille, B.B. King didn't just play the blues, he became the blues. His unique vibrato, soulful bends, and storytelling style shaped the sound of American music. From back-alley juke joints to the stages of Montreux and Carnegie Hall, B.B. brought authenticity and emotion wherever he played. Over his 7-decade career, he recorded more than 40 studio albums, earned 15 Grammy Awards, and performed in over 90 countries, playing more than 15,000 shows. He was inducted into both the Blues Hall of Fame and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Presidents honored him. Fellow legends idolized him. And fans, across generations, felt every note. Beyond stats and stages, B.B. King was a bridge between pain and poetry, struggle and soul, roots and rhythm. He didn't just live the blues. He defined them. Inside his private home. Away from the spotlight, B.B. found comfort in his Las Vegas home. Modest, warm, and filled with memorabilia, this was a space that echoed with music and memories. His sanctuary wasn't about opulence. It was about soul. The walls were lined with vintage guitars, gold records, and photographs chronicling decades of a legendary life. Framed letters from presidents sat beside signed posters from smoky dive bars and late-night juke joints. Lucille, his beloved guitar, had a place of honor in nearly every room, often resting in a spotlight of its own. Guests recall the scent of old vinyl, the soft hum of blues playing in the background, and B.B.'s ever-present smile as he poured coffee, black, no sugar, and told stories. Stories not of sold-out arenas or Grammy Awards, but of dusty Mississippi roads, heartbreak ballads, and the kindness of strangers. There was a small, worn chair by the window where he practiced daily. A handwritten set list pinned to the fridge. A hat rack holding fedoras from 100 different stages. Unlike many celebrities, B.B. lived simply. No chandeliers. No golden faucets. The real wealth, he always said, was in the love I received from fans, and the chance to keep playing. It wasn't just a house. It was a blues museum. A memory bank. A church of sound. A beating heart, much like the man himself. Net worth at his peak. At the peak of his career, B.B. King's net worth was estimated at around $10 million. He earned not only from record sales and relentless touring, but also through smart business ventures like endorsements and licensing deals. But B.B. King wasn't just a savvy artist, he was a quiet entrepreneur. He opened a string of successful B.B. King's blues clubs, including the flagship venue on Memphis's historic Beale Street, and expanded to hotspots like Nashville, Orlando, and Las Vegas. These venues weren't just businesses, they were living, breathing shrines to the blues, filled with soul, grit, and authenticity. Each one carried his spirit, creating spaces where live music thrived and younger generations could discover the magic of the blues. Offstage, B.B. King invested in people. He quietly funded scholarships, supported grassroots music programs, and backed cultural preservation efforts, particularly in Mississippi and Memphis, the soil that birthed his sound. He also partnered with nonprofits to promote music education in underserved communities. He could have lived like royalty, but instead, he chose to uplift the kingdom he came from. To B.B., legacy was more valuable than luxury. His fortune may have been modest by celebrity standards, but his impact? Timeless. Monumental. Unmatched. His sad and controversial death. In May 2015, the world lost a legend. B.B. King passed away in his sleep at age 89. But what followed was unexpected and tragic. His death should have been a solemn farewell to one of the greatest bluesmen in history. Instead, it spiraled into controversy. Just days after his passing, two of King's daughters publicly accused his longtime manager and personal assistants of poisoning him. The allegations made global headlines, casting a shadow over what should have been a celebration of his life, not a courtroom drama. Fans were stunned. Tributes poured in from presidents, musicians, and admirers worldwide, but so did questions. Was there something darker behind the gentle smile of the Blues King? However, the coroner found no evidence of foul play. Toxicology reports confirmed the cause of death as complications from Alzheimer's disease, diabetes, and decades of health challenges. The accusations, while painful, could not change the truth. B.B. King died naturally, peacefully, and surrounded by love. In his final moments, the man who turned heartbreak into melody was accompanied by the sound he gave his life to, the blues, and by Lucille, his beloved guitar. Though his final chapter was clouded by suspicion and pain, his legacy remains untouchable. 15 Grammy wins. A Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction. And a voice, raw, aching, eternal, that still weeps through every blues bar in America. Closing, legacy and impact. From the streets of Mississippi to the grandest stages in the world, B.B. King didn't just play the blues, he became the blues. Every note he bent, every lyric he moaned, carried the weight of a lifetime lived in rhythm and soul. Fans gathered at candlelight vigils, murals stretching across brick walls in Memphis and beyond, vintage vinyl spinning on dusty turntables, teens in garages covering Lucille note for note, voiceovers from Eric Clapton, Bonnie Raitt, John Mayer, voices trembling with gratitude. He gave the world permission to feel, to hurt, to heal, to hope. And he did it all with 6 strings and a heart full of truth. B.B.'s reach didn't end at the blues. His tone shaped Clapton's phrasing, informed Hendrix's fire, and echoes in the soulful bends of John Mayer and Gary Clark Jr. His riffs have been sampled in hip-hop beats, his lyrics quoted in film, his stage presence studied by generations. He wasn't just a guitarist, he was a guiding light. A compass for artists chasing something real. Rest in peace, B.B. The thrill is gone, but your legacy? That's forever plugged in, amp on, volume up, soul wide open. If you were moved by B.B. King's story, don't keep it to yourself. Hit that like button, share this video with fellow music lovers, and subscribe for more deep dives into the lives, legacies, and untold stories of music's greatest icons. From blues to rock, soul to legends still rolling, we've got a lot more coming your way. Got a favorite artist you want us to cover? Drop their name in the comments, we're listening. And don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss a beat. Whether it's the heartbreak behind the hits, the battles behind the fame, or the moments that changed music forever, this channel is where legends live on. Thanks for watching, and keep the music playing.